And so the way of man in all the world is the way in which God showed man that he could not walk with God because he did not walk in God. And when man could not walk with God and in God, it is because God did not walk with man. Throughout the many journeys that man made in this life, he walked always in the way that was wayward, for he pursued everything outside of himself, but never found the way that is within himself. In giving unto you and into you the many things that we have shown to you, we have given you to see and to know that all things originate from within man. All things originate from within man. And because man did not wait for your father or your mother God to teach man how to know himself, man did not know the things that he was given to see. For God showed man that everything that he produced in the seen world originated from within himself. And because man searched outside of himself, he could not have known what was shown to him, that all things outside of you are the things that already are within you. And when man would have come to know these things, he would have come to know why your God told man, "Physician, heal thyself." For all that you need and all that you would ever need lies within yourself. And it is because man lacked the knowledge of himself, he was never able to discern that which was given in the wisdom of your mother and father God unto man. Every organ and tissue, cell that is within man carries within it all that which is known of man. And because man has no way of knowing how he was created and designed, he did not know that everything within him does the same things like he does. But the difference between man and the things inside of himself is that the things inside of man look within themselves. God shows man all the time that every way that he went, and God told man, "You're gone the wrong way. You want all these things in this world, and yet you do not know that all that you ever want and need is within you." And you see, God is a wise God. God is a wise God. And so we give you the way to teach and to preach. That the wisdom of your mother and your father God would be known unto all the children. God says always unto you, we sent you into this world to walk the way of man, to be like man, to do the things of man, and then to walk the way of God as man. And there's no one who knows who you are, because no man knows who God is. And because the children of God lost the way to know how they too were gods, walking as man, they did not know the sacred secrets of God in the many designs of God that were given to the whole world. And so we send you to teach, to preach, and to work in all the many great and mighty ways of your Father and Mother God. They must know themselves. And to know themselves, they have to look within themselves. For when they begin to look within themselves, they would come to know that everything that your God created and placed inside of them has the same capacity that they have. Every cell thinks, every organ thinks, every tissue thinks, every flowing blood thinks, every microbe in man thinks. There is nothing in man that does not do the same things that man is given to know. And that is the reason God says to man, you can go about your daily business, and all things inside of you will work exactly in the way they know they have to work. And when any part of man is affected, it affects every part within man. But God said, son, because all things work in the design that was given to them in the divine order of God, all rally to the cause of one. All rally to the cause of one. And so when man did not understand what he was shown, he didn't know that all these things work in the divine order of God. When man began to tamper with God's creation, he disturbed the equilibrium of all things. He changed the order of all things. And he knows not why it is that he suffers and eventually dies. Because he altered the design of God in the divine order of God that was given into all things. And so we say to you, let them know why your God said to them, turn away from these ways. These are not the ways of God to you. Stop looking outside of yourselves. Take time to know yourself. Take time to look within yourself. And as they begin to focus more on how God created them, then will the revelation of truth be made known unto them. They will come to the true knowledge of themselves, and they will come to the true knowledge of how God exists in them as them. And they will know how it was that they walked this earth as gods in the way of man.